Mark and I met our sophomore year of college, spring of 1982.
Really the nice thing about how the relationship started is we were very good friends for a year before I ever asked her out on the first date. And on the first date we went to a movie, and there were several of my football teammates that happened to sit right behind us, and she thought that I set that up for them to heckle us, and I didn't set it up. And then afterwards we went to DB Searles for a drink, and she ordered a Long Island iced tea, which at the time was like $4, and I ordered a 25-cent tap beer. When the waiter came back to see if we wanted anything else, I said, no, the only thing we need is our tab, because I couldn't afford a Long Island iced tea, but scrounged it together and paid the bill. And yes, we did go on a second date.
Mark and I have two girls. Natalie, our oldest, is 29, and our youngest, Gretchen, is 26.
And they have significant others, and one of them is set to be married here in September, so we're very excited about that and the big event.
Mark is and was a great girl father. He's very outdoorsy. He loves to hunt and fish and hike and do anything outside. He built a fish house and let the girls paint it. They had the entire inside painted with their crazy purple colors and yellow colors and orange colors, and they would go out there and they'd go ice fishing on the weekends, and he took them hunting, and Gretchen had a muzzle loader and a BB gun, plays, out for dinner. He was a great girl's dad, yeah.
So I had the opportunity to work for Schwann Sales Enterprises. They had a leasing division down there called Lion Financial, and I had the opportunity to work there for 10 years, which really set the tone and learning the equipment finance business.
When Mark decided he wanted to go off on his own, we took a look at communities similar to Marshall, because we had just had Natalie and really wanted to raise our family in a community like that, and Alexandria just was a super fit for us.
We looked at 6 different locations around the state of Minnesota. Alexandria was one of them, and it really boiled down to where's the best place to raise our family, and secondarily, where's the best place to start a service-based business. And Alexandria won, hands down, and we never looked back.
And then when Mark started Geneva Capital, all these people were all in, and they have allowed Mark and I to do what we do. I mean, they create time for us to do this, they create the finances for us to do this, they're all in. And it's awesome.
So we started Geneva Capital in July of 2000. We're an equipment finance company. We're nationwide. Right now we have 86 wonderful team members. So it really made the opportunity to start Geneva Capital work is that Carmon is very strong, independent, besides being a beautiful spouse and a great mom to our 2 daughters. And so I would leave most Sunday nights and not come home until Thursday, and she ran the ship. But it allowed me to go out and bring those customers back to the table that would continually send us business and allow us to build the foundation of the business and get it off the ground. There's a long time held quote that says the most important decision you make in your life is who you pick as your spouse, and I would agree with that.
Philanthropy, when we first moved here, was important because I got back as much as I gave. I was home for the first time ever. I'd always worked, and I realized how rewarding it was and what kind of impact you could make by giving.
Well, the concept of philanthropy really started with my older brother, Mike. He's 13 years older than I am. He was always very involved in community events and take me along to Rotary, and that was a great inspiration there. And then I had the good fortune of meeting Ellsworth Holm, who's now 92 at the YMCA. And Ellsworth was the DECA teacher in District 206 for many years, retired in 1994. And I always say, God never made a better steward than Ellsworth Holm. So they say good things come out of bad situations, and if we look back and we think back to the Great Recession of 2009, it was a very tough time, and it was a very tough time on finance companies in particular. We were literally within 60 days of going out of business. I was out on a stress-reducing run and had a conversation with God, and I said, God, if you'll help us save this company, I'll be the best community steward I can possibly be. And shortly after that, Mike Tripp, and I hadn't even told him of this conversation, he went to Ron's warehouse and he bought spaghetti and he bought spaghetti sauce, and he was having a at-will donation. And when we asked him, Mike, well, what are we going to do with the money? He goes, don't worry about that, we'll figure it out. There's a lot of good causes to give to. So that really put the wheels in motion for what we call the Community Reinvestment Committee. And that's 5 people, team members of Geneva Capital, that are on this rotating on a quarterly basis on this team, and their only guidance is youth, immediate need, and local. So we can give to individuals in need, whatever their particular situation may be.
I mean, living in Alexandria has been, it's hard to explain. And the support that we've received both for the business and for our family, it's just outstanding. Well, I think the best thing about the Alexandria community is just that it is a community. And one of the reasons why we chose to set roots here was because of that, because we could feel it when we came. Alexandria feels like a community that works as one.
We're very honored and very humbled, and I think for us it means just get back, put our nose to the grindstone and keep trying to do more and to help more people and have a bigger impact than what we've had in the past.
I mean, we're honored to receive this award, but like I said, it wasn't just us. It's Geneva Capital, and it's all the people that we volunteer with, and it's the community. And that is what makes Alexandria so special, is everybody's willing to step up.